Planned Parenthood temporarily suspended abortion services this morning. The group says it's waiting to receive clarification from a court whether the state's 1849 law is enforceable. President and CEO of Planned Parenthood in Wisconsin said they had to send patients home just moments after the Supreme Court struck down Roe versus Wade.
We had to go out to those individuals who were in our waiting room and say, we're so sorry. That decision that you made for yourself, for your family, for your future, is no longer your decision to make here in Wisconsin.
Local organizer of 40 Days for Life, Kathy Cain, heard the news Friday morning at an anti-abortion conference in Lake Charles, Louisiana. She routinely demonstrates outside the Planned Parenthood clinic in Ashwaubenon. Cain says while she supports the Supreme Court's decision, their work is not over.
40 Days for Life in Greenbay will continue to be out on the sidewalk, walking and praying and fasting for an end to abortion. We will continue to pray for abortion workers to walk away from the abortion industry.
Dr. Kathy Cain of Planned Parenthood says they are now finding other alternatives for their patients who may have had abortion appointments scheduled in Wisconsin.
We are helping them navigate to find the services that they need. And for most of our patients, that will mean traveling to Illinois. And we are providing them information to help them access funding because suddenly now abortion for them has become not only more difficult to obtain, but more costly.
Anti-abortion organizations such as 40 Days for Life still oppose Planned Parenthood.
We want Planned Parenthood out of our community, that there are pregnancy resource centers that outnumber Planned Parenthood 6-1 throughout the country. There are community health centers that outnumber Planned Parenthood 20-1.
Planned Parenthood says it saw 4 patients Friday morning before the Supreme Court ruling.
Our state has an abortion ban that dates back to 1849. At this point, it's still unclear whether that law will be enforced. It is expected to be challenged in court. Tonight, we bring you balanced news coverage.
Republican Senator Roger Roth says the Supreme Court decision is a win for the state.
I think this is a tremendous victory for the pro-life movement here in Wisconsin and for the thousands of children who will certainly be saved because of this.
Although Democratic Representative Gordon Hintz says it's devastating.
The overwhelming majority of people in this country and in this state support access to abortion. It's a sad day for this country.
Governor Tony Evers called the legislature into a special session on Wednesday to address the state's 19th century abortion ban. Republican lawmakers gavelled in and out in just 14 seconds.
Women are going to be expected to have a forced pregnancy in any and all cases.
Roth says it's now up to the state to help mothers through those types of issues.
We have an obligation to make sure that we're supporting crisis pregnancy centers, to make sure that we're streamlining the adoption process.
Hintz disagrees.
Adoption is a choice also for that a mother and a woman, an adult who has equal rights as a citizen can make for themselves. But let's not try to say that that makes it okay to ban any and all rights to basic health care and abortion.
When it comes to upcoming elections, Hintz says the Supreme Court's decision is a motivating factor.
You'd be hard-pressed to think that any woman out there who thinks that they should be treated as an equal citizen to every man out there doesn't feel some resentment of having rights that they've had for 50 years being taken away from them.
Roth says the decision won't matter for upcoming elections.
This election is going to be determined by those independents who haven't come out and voted yet. It's runaway inflation. It's the rampant crime happening all over our state.
The most fundamental, foundational right is the right to be born and the right to live. Without this right, no other right applies. We are not free if we don't have a right to live. There are signs of hope, and today's decision is one of them.
Diocese Bishop David Ricken issued a statement this morning stating while the announcement is met with gratitude by all of us who have been dedicated to protecting the lives of children in the womb, we know that there is still much work to be done so that all life in every stage might be reverenced and protected.